flav sound perfectly normal, but my guy drops the 7 bean chili and he gets some hay. I don't get that. that does not feel equal.
Yeah. And they eat beans over toast, so it's all good.
Right? Opinion instantly nullified.
So, all right, so how does TSM actually get value out of this Neon is going to be really interesting because we haven't really seen that from them. And instantly they get denied.
Yeah, not like that.
And another thing to note about the agents too is Will sticking to Jet over here in patch 4.09, where you have to pop the dash before. Not something a lot of teams moving away from it, especially in other regions. NA so far has been sticking a little bit to it.
Well, it's part of the conversation you and I were having earlier, Baller, around even, with these changes, who is the best duelist now? Now that Jet has kind of fallen out of favor. And you mentioned Neon, so I was actually really surprised to see it come through. And they, TSM, have come through B. They've established control. They've gotten onto the site. The Trailblazer to clear out A-Link, but you've got the sturdy 3-man flank coming out from 100 Thieves. And off of that, look at that. It's not hit B at all. They're going to go away, and they've left a trap by way of Gulan.
Yeah.
Got him. Yep, there it is.
100 Thieves is a trap of their own. It's Stellar. He's on short. He's already got one as well. Oh.
That trap not nearly as good as Will's already gotten 2 on the site. The wall bang to clean things up there. It's a 2v2. They have no control of the site. The one benefit to TSM here is they're going to be pushing in from opposite sides. If you get the timing just right, they've got a chance at this thing. What a flick. Out from Corey. The second should be cleaned up rather easily. I say that.
Nice.
Shots go a bit wide. He repositions Will. Here's footsteps. Swings around. Corey gets a third. TSM get the first.
That was a crazy round. I mean, from the start, right? They push B. It looks like they're going to plant B. And then 100 Thieves pushes out a garage. That's the cue for TSM to say, hold on, actually, let's continue to push A-Link. And at that time, you have 100 Thieves flanking through A. But you also have Stellar pushed back down short, and he gets a kill off of that. That gives him the space and time to run out of A. But on top of that, you get GMD in the back of B site who's flanking through A-Link again. So, I mean, such a tough round to keep track of.
Freaking emotional roller coaster, man.
As a spectator, just lovely to watch as well.
Hopefully, we were decent guides through the shenanigans that took place, and if that wasn't enough, 100 Thieves are up to some more. They're sending 3 down C long.
All in Cubby.
They're all in Cubby, of course they are, because why not? Will with the shorty, too.
GMD's got a rude awakening if he comes through here.
Yeah, if he decides to go exploring.
I don't think he might, but I don't think that'll be that impactful given they've already explored outside of garage, but no, hold on a second.
Surely you clear it, right? You understand that you haven't had control
Well, Will's
of
playing
C-Long for now. Well, they got one. Now they're expecting more. The utility out from Rossi. 7 pinches around the other side. What was a trap ends out being a death trap for them, really.
What?
Wow.
He got 2? That is crazy. And he got the dink on the last one, too. I mean, ridiculous shots from Derek on a sliding Neon.
Yeah, my classic doesn't work like that.
Yeah, apparently Derek's does. That was well played still from TSM after the initial, you could see the idea, right? Will was playing way up front on that angle, and it did work to a certain extent. I think they got one more off of it. But the pinch coming in from garage, which is what I was talking about, how they had that control early, allows them to just destroy the rest of it, right? There's no follow-up. Super interesting to see 100 Thieves commit their aftershock every round so far at the bottom of grass.
Even with that denial of space, TSM once again explore B. The swing around as you see the relay bolts pushing back. Rossi gets the spike down.
And the fast lane also delays them so much. Subrosa and 7 now playing together too. They're going to fight into A-Link.
They are playing with a level of swagger, Bala, that I really haven't seen since the first strike days, and it seems to be paying off as they're looking to break the bonus, but Bang's got to clean things up. He's not going to be able to do it. TSM busts this map wide open as they take the third.
Yeah, and the point about the aftershock down grass that I'm trying to make here is the fact that TSM is disrespecting it, right? And that's the worst thing. When you're using utility early, to actually try to condition your opponent to not take that space, which allows 100 Thieves later on in the round to maybe push aggressive grass. TSM disrespects it. They can't do that, right? So all that effort, gone. Just because TSM's running potentially the Neon, but also just walking past it.
Note that 7 has ult here. Doesn't use it early on. But again, they're starting to push down long. It's 3, now make it 2. As Corey drops the second, only 1 remains, and they all fall apart. TSM again established control of C Long. Nothing but pistols remaining on the side of 100 Thieves. The fast lane, the relay bolt, right into Derek's slap. And he falls. As messy as that was for a moment. Ultimately meets his demise. The shot just not landing for Stellar as a Prime Gaming Flawless comes through. TSM get to 4.
And this is such a strikingly different team.
It's a swagger, bro. I'm telling you.
To week 2, exactly.
Yeah.
For reference, last week against NRG, TSM only got 38% of their attacking rounds. And we've already seen an 8-4 half from them on split of all maps. And now already coming out 4-0 against 100 Thieves. And you have to, right now, you haven't really seen anything. It looks like they're going to go for the same Aftershock again. Maybe there's a second layer here from 100 Thieves that they'll use.
No flash, but 7 again just sidesteps all of it.
I'm out of here.
You do see 100 Thieves here creeping out a bit more out of garage. They poked out, made sure there was no one pushing forward. Yeah. So they have some info, but that's it.
They're scared of C push right now, so nobody's actually rotating over. And Stellar has to TP out. They have to play a full retake. And Rossi has ult as well, so Rolling Thunder to actually delay them as they come out, which is already delayed enough because of the rotate coming so late. And 7 has his ult too. If they get stunned and he gets in their faces, that's just destruction. He's set up for it too.
One Rolling Thunder gets traded for another. There was 7's ult, doesn't find any value. Austin is still playing up in heaven as he drops 2 members, not able to get the third. Guimond falls 2. Rossi meets a similar fate at the end of the round, and 100 Thieves are finally on the board.
Yeah, well done. Good retake. And I like the fact that they actually don't have anybody who's, except for Asuna, peeking out top window, because they know that actual Rolling Thunder is going to come out as a response. So the ult battles go in favor of 100 Thieves. Stellar's got his ult. Corey's got his ult as well. So big round here to reverse the fortunes. 100 Thieves wants this so bad. And they're going to use a timeout, actually. Yep, to go after it. Because it's so impactful for them. If they lose this round, they're going to have to save. They're not going to have any ults. And they're going to be down 4. So that could be a snowball effect against TSM, who, again, you keep saying it, look like a completely more confident team.
Well, I wonder, too, I tried getting a look at it before we cut to the timeout screen, but I don't know that 100 Thieves have enough for a full buy as it is.
Sure.
Like this feels like if they do decide to invest, it's going to be a half buy of sorts. Yeah, there's not a whole lot to go around there.
Well, they got knives as well, and also the Tour de Force on Stellar, so I don't think this should be too terrible. All right, it's not like a situation where TSM is completely advantaged. And the interesting part about all this, too, is heading into this map, this is a map that 100 Thieves has been trying to avoid a little bit, right? They haven't played it much except in the open qualifiers. They've been banning it in certain cases, too. And TSM...
They're not going to stick to this, right? Okay. So Derek did buy. Derek buys a Guardian. They don't reposition the op. They decide to stick with what they have.
Well, they've got double up now. Oh, and TSM is making a right call. They're going to call a C-pop. With the fast lane, too, the ult in the back of sight, it's given up completely. And now, guess what? They have 2 ops in a retake situation. That's going to be so difficult. Will's got to pop those knives potentially if they want anything in this round at all after looking for initial picks.
Not choosing to use him yet. The Trailblazer to try to get some space. There are the blades. You mentioned it. He tries to go up top. He's not spotting anyone quite yet. Nobody giving him a target. Nothing to work off of. Dashing forward. Spots 2 and no. Decapitated right off the bat. As TSM keeps the retake attempt back, another Prime Gaming Flawless comes through for the boys in red.
No kills found at all, with 2 ops on the board, and you had Stellar peeking top C at the beginning of that round. He gave up the angles so early. gave them a 5v5 retake after a great call from TSM against Ops to go for a C-pop. And we were talking about how it was going to be a snowball, right? If 100 Thieves lost that round. Look, they're completely undecided about what they want to buy. And looks like they finally are going to give up that grass control, but still Will and Asuna kind of playing the same sort of ping pong setup in Garage. So just not assisted with Derek this time.
Believe the Trailblazers spotted Derek back B. Trailblazer of their own gets cleared out instantly out of Garage. As you see this battle for that area of the map. 3 utility ensue.
Another flash still possible from Rossi here as he repositions and gets close. Now they're going to go dry.
Note that Will is the only one with the gun here! And they get a couple. But Corey tips it right back their way.
One enemy remaining.
Oh, that's massive. Now Corey's the only one that's left.
Finally, they walk into that double setup that Asuna and Will are playing over and over. And it goes terribly. Corey, who's been having a massive half so far, as the Sentinel left in
30
completely
seconds left.
difficult situation.
He tried.
Oh, the problem is there. He thought that they would hear him, so he just runs the entire way. But also the time situation, yeah. They gave him sight too there. There was a possibility, man.
At least get the spike down, get a couple bucks, but yeah, it just doesn't pan out at the end. And honestly, Ball, I mean, yeah, they had this really nice trap, and even with the trap, like it takes Asuna getting 2 massive kills, bang this one with a classic. It was really those kind of things that tipped the favor their way.
Sure. Yeah, and I don't even necessarily think that's just a trap, right? It's just a crossfire with Will peeking for Asuna. Sure. Or actually, Asuna peeking for Will. And so far, 100 Thieves have only won the rounds they've gotten the first kill. And in those situations, that was the A round, and then this round with the Thrifty inside of Garage. So literally 2 to 5. So Corey's been doing great, but 7 has also been doing great at those entries, right? Just the fact that he can peek these angles so fast, clear a lot of space, and also force a lot of attention against him. And then explode on the site when you want him to.
Will with the big boy toy. Not going to find anything. He smoked off, has to reposition.
Another
Oh,
pop.
if only he knew. Yeah, you can see Rossi setting up for the utility. Come on, doesn't have ult, but you see the fast lane come out. Corey gets one, and there's 7. He tries to get deep behind enemy lines. Will has to try to get out of there, and 7 falls. His bang gets 2 massive kills on the back of the site, not able to land the 3rd. Spike has kind of made its way onto site, and Will drops him too. 3v2 in favor of 100 Thieves. Stellar's going to show up late. It might not matter. Okay, it certainly is now, as it's all onto Stellar.
How did this happen? Just scratching my head right there as they had full advantage.
No way!
You hear the
Corey
TP?
dashes away. Stellar, oh, the peak, but Corey gets 4 at the end.
Wow.
Yeah, have fun breaking that one down.
And I was laughing because I was like, oh, right as I say, 100 Thieves has only won the rounds that they got the first kill in. They get the first kill, or TSM gets the first kill, and then 100 Thieves look like they're going to win. What was that, a 4 versus 2? I mean, let's see.
I think so,
The,
yeah.
the fast lane did such a good job at actually pushing Will off the angle, but he doesn't die from it, and Bang is in a great spot to actually trade off the attention that Will garnered. And Corey as well. The off angles he was playing there to net themselves those kills back into it, even though Will was doing a great job as well.
See, Will uses the dash as he creeps his way forward. Not going to have to be dashing out of anything anytime soon.
100 Thieves has given up, or never wanted to give up Garage a single time so far, except for that 2 rounds that they pushed down long C, Nice shot from Bang. There's a first kill. Okay.
The thing though, Ball, about this map is it's so big that I mean, if 100 Thieves want to plant their flag in garage, TSM are okay to play around that. They don't have to push that way.
Yeah.
There's still so many options to him, like this one. We haven't seen a hit like this. 7 dashes in, backside, uses the fast lane again, this time from long.
Last time they were in the spot, 100 Thieves had a fantastic retake with the Rolling Thunders. No Rolling Thunder available on either side this time.
No, and 2 pistols. Asuna with 1, Stellar, yeah, he's got the Headhunter. Paranoia, 7. Snaps onto Will, looking magnetic at this point as Guimont tries to stay in Cubby, and he does! Gets a couple of kills with him too. Rossi gets a 3rd on the round to clean things up. TSM look unstoppable right now, Bala.
No, they look completely on another level. Completely. And leading the charge is, in my opinion, sure, Corey's at the top of the books, but 7
Yeah.
has made this Neon look fantastic. Just utterly fantastic. Every time he's denying some crucial part of 100 Thieves' hold. This case, using the fast lane to get in this position exactly like a Jet Dash would, but still having the speed and ability to play off of the utility thrown by Rossi as well. Now, Rolling Thunder available.
Corey's not missing.
No. Especially not when you give him such an easy shot like that. That's not great for Masuna after the dog.
Bang found so much success in this position with a classic a couple of rounds ago. And he's got to have his hands full. 4 people in front of him. The flash doesn't hit him. Oh, he's able to take care of 7, but the trade has comes through right back. Rolling Thunder trying to pave the way as TSM once again find exactly what they're looking for on the site. And it looks like they're poised to deal a devastating death blow to 100 Thieves in this first half.
Spike planted.
Definitely are. They're so wide in the positions as well. Corey's still all the way back down long C. No flank possible from the last remaining player in Stellar. Everything covered. Everything. And I'm just impressed by Rossi there. To know that there's a potential for Derek to push through that garage smoke and instantly ult him and swing him. Look at him, yeah. Right as that happens, he's in the air. So easy. And the ults finally coming back for 100 Thieves. Derek really hasn't seemed like he's gotten much outside that one round where Breach so impactful on this map when you can continuously get those going. But only 2 rounds on the board, right? He's not getting many kills.
Yeah. No, he's not. You know, I can't help but go back to, as you talk about Derek, you talk about Breach's utility on Haven in particular and how effective he can be. You saw the investment, you saw the game plan towards controlling the middle of the map early on. Right, in the first couple of rounds, it was very clear he was using the Aftershock to deny that space, and TSM just, quite frankly, disrespected it. You've seen a pivot from that. You just wonder here, you can't help but wonder how deep 100 Thieves playbook is in situations like this. Like,
Sure.
What is your next default that you're working your way towards? What is the rest of the map that you want to try to control? And it just seems like it hasn't come to fruition at all.
No, yeah.
Also, that was a TSM timeout.
Yeah. Yep.
By the way.
little optic in them, right?
Yeah, I guess.
Every team stepping up on the coaching staff as well.
And that's that. Well, that's the thing, man. Like the Breach setup there is designed to delay aggressive push into A main, but 7 just dashes right through it.
Yeah, and the other thing too is the only time they've actually gone for this A main control out of all the rounds that I've watched so far.
And they're wise to the flank, man. Will with the Blade Storm. They've got a little bit of a pinch here, but no, they just push their way right through because apparently nobody puts TSM in a corner.
Unfortunately, TSM is playing like this is already over, right? They're playing so like, everything's just coming to them. Like for example, this Jim D walks back onto site, knows that after all that pushing happening through garage, that the C site's going to be open. Not only is this good intuition, but also potentially great prep from the staff of TSM and the players on TSM. Uh-oh.
Planted.
That's rude.
It's got it. My goodness, look at that. What do you do with that?
This is
Fault
Valorant.
line.
This is
relay ball.
Valorant.
This is Valorant. And even with that, he's got a chance to push his way forward.
Oh man.
That was very well put there, Balla. Well done.
I'm just loving that. Flash, 2 stuns. I mean, come on. Okay, last attempt, and yeah, again, like I said, TSM's playing like this is already over. And so they're just pulling out random stuff. In that case, the A pressure that is very typical on this map. So 100 Thieves should be, very wise to how these situations go. You were talking about it. But because they haven't pulled it out a single time, it catches you, right? It really does.
See another technical pause coming through, figure out what's going on, and again, get back into the action as soon as possible. But you're right, Balla, it is, I want to go back to what you were saying at the end of the previous round, because I think it's a very poignant thing to say. Things just seem to be coming to TSM exactly the way they want it, right? Like, you find yourself in a situation where as a team, you're clicking, everything is going the way you anticipate, and it seems like you can do no wrong, and that's the territory TSM are in right now.
Yeah, it is. It's been for a while, I think.
Yeah, just a very quick update for you all, and then Balla can go back to explaining this absolute mess of a game that's been. There's another player that has crashed. So we'll get him to rejoin back into the lobby and continue our way through Haven. But you were saying, Balla, yeah, TSM flow state, perhaps?
Yeah, maybe. One point that I haven't quite talked about just yet is the fact that I mentioned it a little bit earlier in the game, is that 100 Thieves is really trying to not play Haven. And they've been adding in a little bit more and a little bit more to their map pool almost every single week. And also just refining the maps that they're working on, that I thought that there was going to be a lot here. But the problem is both of the maps so far, as they go back for the same main control,
he missed the same outcome. But it's the same thing, right? Like 7 pushes right through it. Nice on Stellar, though, to clear that out, get a kill, and then dash to safety, but he's not able to get a second. And, well,
shooting his own Trailblazer.
When you've got 7 Ferrari peeking his way around a corner like that, it's much easier said than done.
But that's kind of the example. Okay, the same trade of Rolling Thunders, and this time there's a flank from Sabrosa. They're all stunned. Nobody's looking. Oh, no.
He's able to get the first. Really no way through this. Bang. Managing to get 1 to 2v2. Sabrosa has the Seekers, and there it is. They come through with 10 HP. He's going to have to clutch this thing out.
They've lost.
Austin is on the defuse. I don't know that there's a way in. Austin is just going to stick it, and it wasn't pretty. But 100 Thieves get to 3. We're going to turn it to a break. Friends, when we return the second half of Haven, stay tuned.
Switching sides.
TSM seem to have taken their loss against NRG personally, as they've corralled and controlled 100 Thieves through not just one map, but a map and a half. And they now find themselves a couple of rounds away from putting them to bed in, candidly, Balla, very surprising 2-0 fashion.
Yeah, absolutely. And I keep trying to get the point out, but basically this is TSM coming with 2 different looks. Swapping roles and committing to it and looking great at the same time is very difficult for a team like 100 Thieves to actually approach, right? Bren kept talking about how this is a team that will prep fantastic against others. And this is the type of thing that throws all that prep out the window.
It's very evident that they've been scheming in the lab. And, well, how do you really scheme against Will, though? Ooh. Like that, Corey. That's how you scheme against Will. Austin has to reload at just the wrong time. Numbers in favor of TSM still, as the spike still hasn't made its way down, and now it's on no man's land. Stellar would have had to have gone through everything in order to make that happen, and, well, it's not going that way this time. TSM win the pistol in the second half.
7 looked like he's playing the cinematic for Neon right there. Just slide, and in such good ways, too. I mean, the first one, right? Obviously, he gets out on this... He gets back out onto site, fights really early, falls back into spawn, right? And that's where Corey's peeking. He's anchored there, ready to actually fight. And he gets them all to look into a crossbar because they're trying to chase the kill down. And then as well, he dashes back out while they flash with Frosty throwing the flash. I mean, it's just brilliant. It's so nice. And also, breaking news, news flash for TSM fans. TSM has won 3 out of 4 pistols so far.
Pretty good.
That's pretty good, guys.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
not
that's
the
pretty
0-4 type of games you used to get.
No, that is pretty good. 100 Thieves do buy 2 Spectres into this round. And they've tested the waters a bit towards C. And now they quietly turn their attention to B. You've got an alarm bot. The trademark, if you will.
Seven's holding for the dash from Will.
Yeah.
He knows this. He knows he's going to buy an updraft in this situation, and he doesn't go for it.
Flash. Fast lane to provide some cover. You see that the one of 2 Spectres finding some value. There's still one that remains in the hands of Bang. Look at Corey. Lurking his way in. Waiting just on the other side of the smoke. Stellar back sight.
He's got to wait for Jim D to flash him, and he's set up for it. Stella's going to get blind, and they're going to push.
Paranoia. A couple shots. It should have been much cleaner, but either way, they get the outcome they wanted. Guman not quite satisfied. Asuna gets 2 big ones. They might turn this thing. Corey's so weak. And the spike is still ticking away. Derek's able to provide cover, and he's got an aftershock still. And the fault line. Asuna falls. No way. He lands these shots. What? That was gross.
What is that, Derek? I mean, talk about hero plays. This man, with just a sheriff too, they forced into that, and they make it work, but off of heroics, absolute heroics from both Asuna, and then while Asuna falls, this.
Another fadeaway jumper, man. Keep things interesting here as 100 Thieves now have the gun advantage. So you presume we'd be looking at a 5 to 10, but we've seen so many thrifty round wins just in this series alone.
Yep.
You just kind of throw all conventional wisdom out the window.
And even last half as well. 100 Thieves picked one up.
Yeah.
With only 4 rounds. 2 of them have been low buy situations. Good re-clear out into a lobby. They've got the deep trademark as well, and that forces 7 back. But 7 getting spotted there. Actually, TSM made the right read. They're gambling on this C site. They're all here right now, except for 7.
Is the gun difference gonna matter though? Rossi's already gotten one with the frenzy. Guman playing on the site, not able to land the shots. As they seem to bully their way through, but Sorosa gets
coming.
2, Corey gets 1 as
Coming.
well.
He's so fast. He's here already.
Derek's in a sandwich. But if he isolates the gunshots, he's got a chance at it.
Wow.
No, he picks up the spike and throws it in reverse. He decides to go back in, and this might be his demise. Trade swings. Derek again with 4. The Red Bull clutch. Unbelievable.
I'm speechless. Derek is putting the team on his back right now, clutching 2 rounds that were unwinnable. And that is crazy, too, for him to expect the flank on the 7. 7 looked like he should have been able to get that kill when he swapped weapons. And I think that's when Derek spotted him. Only just a pixel. It's back-to-back 1v2s.
But, Paula, if that's hard to ask him to do consistently, right? Like, if that's what it's going to take,
Hey,
that's a lot.
Don't doubt Derek. 3 words. Don't doubt Derek.
Rolling Thunder, countered by the Paranoia, as Will's blinded up to high heaven, can't see a dang thing, and you hear the flashes going all over the place as nobody can see, except for Guimon, apparently, as he gets 3. Stellar's not able to clutch things out like Derek has in the past. TSM get to 11.
So well played to hold on there. I mean, I think 7, or not 7, Will, thinking of players who dash in onto the site, Will got flashed by his own Paranoia, by Bang's Paranoia. And then from there, he was in a position where he's vulnerable to the other flashes that are coming in from Rossi, right? So that slowed it down completely. He's not able to take back sight, and the rest of the hit falls apart from there. They execute. which 100 Thieves have looked very good at, falls apart. And because the situations have been 2 back-to-back clutches from Derek, there's no money on this side.
You see the aim duel going in favor of Corey there at the opener of the round. You also hear the tour de force come online. 100 Thieves once again find themselves on the back foot.
And they're kind of just hunting for anybody who's pushed a little bit right there. You see how they're all roaming as a pack.
Yeah.
Got the knives involved too. Unfortunately for them, Corey this time, free kill. This man has been on point with the op. Not a role that he was traditionally in. Back on phase days, right? That was Baby Bay.
What a good flash. The Rolling Thunder, he dashes his way into it, and Corey again gets the kill that he's looking for. As it does not look like a Thrifty's in the cards this time around. A Prime Gaming Flawless as TSM get to both map and series point.
Sponsors are loving this right now. Red Bull Clutch, Red Bull Clutch, Prime Gaming Flawless, Prime Gaming Flawless. Match point. TSM. I mean, again, we keep saying it. They look like a completely different team from their first week matchup against NRG. And 100 Thieves look outclassed. And you have to wonder what the narratives are going to be after this. Is it going to be prep? You know, can they actually compete against teams who are swapping things around? Do they have enough time yet with the roster as Will picks up another?
There's a whole lot of pain on the other side of that smoke. 7 gets the first. You see that Guiman is ulted backside as they try to wrap around what remains from 100 Thieves, and it's just Will and Bang.
Interesting. Bang has his ult. If they find resistance, he could still dive out. But look, Sabrosa actually is aware. He's going back over towards A, even though the spike gets planted. No, as soon as that goes down, he commits to running back over towards C, and for good reason.
Tries to reposition. 7 not able to find it. Bang weathers that beautifully. The paranoia to try to delay longer. So you've got to be careful. You've got Sabrosa creeping his way through garage. Footsteps heard. Got to check that corner, right? Yeah, you do. Guiman cleans it up. Bang gets the third. It's a 1v1 for the series, and Bang keeps him alive.
It is so fun to watch these youngsters battle it out right now. The new faces of each individual team as well. 7 on one side, 16 years old. Bang on the other, 17 years old. Joining the likes of Will and Asuna too. 100 Thieves have flipped completely. From old and experienced to young. And right now Bang showing a lot of people why he should not have gotten passed up by other orgs. In this case, actually TSM as well. Even though they're losing.
TSM, again, a fast look. Maybe getting a little too froggy, but look at this from Guiman. In and out like a bandit. Makes away with the kills. But 100 Thieves trade it back. Once again, a 2v2. This time Bang using the ult.
I don't know if
to it.
They're going to get the spike down planted, but he's also isolated right now. So if Rossi goes fast, you might be able to catch him before he gets into any other position. Right now he TPs out, gets back to Derek. That's great.
Oof.
That's what he needed. But there's an aftershock from Rossi.
And that's exactly what it's going to be used for, to try to clear him out. Bang tries to tuck. No, there's no place that's safe. The flash in his face doesn't matter.
Derek again, 1v2 to save the series.
And the plant might be exactly what he needs. 1. Surely he doesn't do this again. Mr. Automatic in a position to keep 100 Thieves alive. Corey gets it to half.
He's opping.
He's got an operator too. He swings out, not able to land the first shots. Derek again is going to get a chance at it. As time ticks away, the swing, but it's Corey with the headhunter, and he's going to get the defuse. A 13-6 win for TSM.
And you asked if Derek could deliver over and over and over in those situations. Unfortunately, while he was clean in those first 2,